And so maybe this is a reference to kind of the K-pop culture encasing her in a cage. And we're seeing literally her reflected in shattered, fractured glass, which also mimics a kaleidoscope, which also mimics her Kurama tail, even though this is clearly construction beams or scaffolding that you would see like classically in New York City. It evokes the shattered glass. That's a clever kind of double imagery here by the director. Mwah, very nice. The opposite of Pop Stars. You remember in Pop Star, almost every shot had this camera backing away. Here, we have the camera moving forward. And now she's within a cage of those same light sticks. Pretty cool symbolism. Suffering, the agony, the humanity. Very strange because we're getting a tone in the music that is very upbeat and the imagery is incredibly depressing. Hello, my name is Philip. I am a filmmaker and today I'm going to be reacting to KDA I'll Show You featuring Twice, Bekuh Boom, Annika Wells official concept video starring Ahri. Not my girl Evelyn, but I'll let it slide. I've really been enjoying all these different KDA, League of Legends cinematics. Thank you so much for all the recommendations and all the great comments. It's really fun to learn about all the lore and the deep lore of these characters in this world through you guys commenting, but also it's super cool to go into these fairly blind. It gives us a way to kind of like grade these videos and how effective they are at portraying these characters in this world. So if you've been enjoying my reactions and breakdowns like this or my actual gaming content, please make sure to subscribe and of course follow over on Twitch. We can chat live about all this stuff. The Villain music video, so fantastic, is really mind-blowing. The director of Villain actually commented on my video saying that I got it exactly right as far as my analysis, saying that it was a reference to Wong Kar-wai's In the Mood for Love, Denis Villeneuve's aesthetic, and he said he sent those exact shots as a story treatment to Riot. So that was really exciting. So let me know in the comments which of the music videos so far is your favorite. So I heard there is a bit of a controversy here. You'll notice I didn't react to the Kaisa concept video because it was a dancing video. I'm not a dancer. It's not my area of expertise. But I saw a ton of the comments on that were just angry, upset, enraged about this. I don't know. What do you guys think? All right, we're starting off right into it. There's some cool photos. It looks like they're gonna maybe go into that concept that I talked about before where they're kind of harping home that they're real people. Looking out from a window. Interesting. This looks like the set from Pop Stars. Ooh, I love this behind the scenes feeling like she's going through a lot, like she's in between her performances as a musical artist. Ooh, I like this one already, yeah. Dreams that chase her, race against time. I like the kind of prism imagery that we're getting here so far. Almost like a cage. Yeah, look at this. I love the realism. I think these might actually be some of the images they put on Twitter that I had seen sent to me. Oh, that's such a nice image. So, yeah, this is really cool. We're getting, actually, if you look closely, this sort of shattered or fractured glass. And in it, we're seeing all the different representations of her, all different iterations of her throughout the different music videos. Over here, we have Pop Stars, it looks like. I think so, yeah, that's probably Pop Stars. Over here is The Current. Over here, maybe also Pop Stars, maybe more. But I like what I see in that. It's interesting to kind of take it to that next level of realism besides, like I said, sort of that Instagram story reality of having them taking pictures together. We're having, what's it like for these characters to have downtime backstage before or after the performances and have that alone time? What are they thinking about? So far, the vibe is very different from the Villain one in that it doesn't sound so sinister because Evelyn is actually quite rude. It's much more upbeat feel, even though it's quite a serious topic. Want to leave this hell, want to be by myself. But yeah, lots of imagery of cage as if she's trapped, which of course is a classic conundrum of celebrity, and I would say as an influencer as well. So this is cool because we're getting kind of twofold imagery here, referential imagery back to Pop Stars. You have those like kind of LED light sticks, and now she's like trapped inside a cage of them, which is pretty cool. It also looks like the set because of that water where they walk forwards at the end. Perhaps the imagery is meant to actually evoke a feeling of the opposite of pop stars. You remember in Pop Star, almost every shot had this camera backing away. If you look at it, you actually might not catch it unless you pay attention. The camera's always moving back. Here, we have the camera moving forward in the same set. So it could be some sort of thing where, you know, at the beginning of her career, she had this very grand, very exciting, very addictive part of being a celebrity, and now things are a little bit different. It's almost the opposite. It's almost the reverse of what she's feeling. And now she's within a cage of those same light sticks. Pretty cool symbolism. And I love these real images. Like I said, I think it's so clever to take these characters and then turn them into real people like that. It's so cool. And it's a very new concept as far as I'm concerned. It's kind of a cousin to the whole like VTuber realm, where, you know, people use like VR representations of themselves and don't show their faces on streams on YouTube. Oh, yeah, these two images, man. Look at this. We have the very cool imagery, kind of an umbrella, keeping yourself out of the rain. We have these old memories. It's interesting, like, it was definitely a choice that they made this the old versions of themselves. Look at how unhappy she looks. Look at how unfulfilled she looks. And looking in these old images, they look very excited, very happy. The lighting is very bright and well lit. Here it's more dramatically lit with these harsh shadows on her face, on her eyes. She looks very unhappy. So it's cool imagery. I mean, the goodness, the shattered glass, the fractured glass, when she looks into it, and we see when the lights come on in this vanity, we see her old self. This is very strange because we're getting a tone in the music that is very upbeat, kind of like happy, and the imagery is incredibly depressing, incredibly disturbing and upsetting. Oh, I love that. You guys know I love my silhouettes and stuff as far as the villain video is concerned. Very, very interesting. This is a very cool shot. Let's look at that again. Yeah, that's powerful. Consistently, the prism imagery is used throughout. Now, if we look at her tail, it's this crystal prism, almost like a kaleidoscope. It's giving us different images and refractions and reflections of light and upside down and twisted imagery. It's kind of cool because that is both on her tail and on the throne set of the More music video. We saw that reflected in the wall behind the throne. So it's pretty cool. And I know now from you guys and your amazing comments that she is actually the nine-tailed fox, the Kurama nine-tailed fox Japanese reference here, which is really cool. God, this is so interesting. I can't say it's a bad thing necessarily, but the music is so upbeat. And I want you to look at this image and how depressing this is. Shattered glass, downcast gaze. Oh my goodness, the suffering, the agony, the humanity. And it's just this, this very upbeat pop song. It's very interesting. I can't say it's bad yet, so let's finish it. There's a bit of a clash there for me so far, though. Let's finish it. One hit wonder. Oh, I really like this. So, of course, as an influencer, you guys know I have a main channel with like 150K subs, as well as this. So, you know, no stranger to haters. Of course, once you start getting success, you get haters no matter what you're doing, because it could just be jealousy, right? Not necessarily reflective of your quality. So look at this. One hit wonders, the haters, a reference to the haters. And we have here just her stepping on it with her high heel, spearing it in a puddle of garbage. Fight. It said fear before. And there's that kaleidoscope imagery. There you go. So that's a great shot. That's a great shot. I love that. No, I can relate to that a hell of a lot, believe me. My friends and fellow content creators will tell you I'm laughably bad at self-care. Work too hard. Oh, that was a great image right there. Let's look at this again. So I love this sort of... it's kind of cool because this is a video about... It's cool because this is a video about reflection. and then we're seeing literally her reflected in shattered, fractured glass, which also mimics a kaleidoscope, which also mimics her Kurama tail. This image right here, that's a really cool idea. As if there's like, have you guys ever been in like class when you're a kid and the teacher used those projectors? It's kind of like old school ones. It reminds me of that, in that it's projecting this light onto her face. It's very cool. It's very cool. I've been feeling weighed down. Again, like depressing lyrics, depressing imagery. Fairly upbeat sounding song. Okay, but everything's okay now, so that's good. That's good. So maybe it's kind of like we're moving on from those feelings. But I love the idea of, it's literally an idea of her reflecting on her life and her career. And then we have this, she's literally walking past her life, or she's walking past the successive posters representing her projects, her artistic projects. It's very interesting. I love that. I'm not familiar with that one. Does anybody know what this is? This could just be like an outfit in game or something. Does anybody know what this is? Because this is the more imagery right here. So if this is an older thing, that would confirm that for us. God, I love that. I love this image. It's very cool to have, objects in the foreground with a shallow depth of field. It's just nice. It's just nice. It adds a lot to the image. A lot of beginning filmmakers wouldn't fill the frame so nice, like such a robust filled frame, because they just haven't had that experience. But look what it does. Just this little bit of, unlit structure, again, does two things. It makes an interesting foreground, right? It makes an interesting foreground. We have her passing through it. Also, what it does is it still evokes that imagery of fractured glass, even though this is clearly construction beams or scaffolding that you would see like classically in New York City or something like that. It evokes the shattered glass. That's a clever kind of double imagery here by the director. Mwah, very nice. And there it is. Look, see, more posters. This is the more posters that we saw in the outfits. Very, very cool. Actually, it's not the more outfit for Evelyn. I know this because I've been looking respectfully. Oh, I like that. Oh man, that was really cool. That was really cool. We gotta watch that again. What an interesting idea. Again, more kaleidoscope. This is almost like the barrel of a gun, like that 007 GoldenEye intro when James Bond walks by and blast you. But man, yeah, look at those hips. I mean, look at the nice lighting and silhouette work. Nice particles here too. Dust particles adds a lot to it. Just adds a little element of realism and interest as far as the shot's concerned. What is this? Wow, it's her frozen in a crystal prism. Fears shattered. God, I'm telling you, it's depressing imagery. But again, at least the lyrics are got fears, but I face them. So, yeah, the song works. My goodness gracious. Wow, that's a disturbing image. It's like a crime scene. Wow, this says a lot, doesn't it? Again, the feeling of being caged in, of trapped. Look at this, 4 microphones, no, more than 4 microphones, just pointed at her, encased in a solid block of ice, frozen in time, trapped completely with graffiti on it. No, with lyrics written on it. Heart, it says in the background. That's a powerful image, man. It's a powerful set. But I love how this looks like a stage that she would be performing on. There's a lot of imagery here, a lot of symbolism, a lot of metaphor. I like what I see. Fighter. More kaleidoscope imagery. Oh, cool, the lanterns. There's some moments you wait for all your life. More of this projected image on her face. I love that. Great silhouette work. Okay, this is the exact imagery from Pop Stars. This is the exact set from Pop Stars. This moon, that's no moon, would have just been red in the Pop Stars video, right? But that's it. That's the set. And this looks like Seraphine's part and more. Reaching up through the cosmos. Don't have to be afraid. Old pictures. More reflections, man. More shattered, fractured glasses. It looks like, it's kind of cool. And you guys, please tell me in the comments, is this like her Is this meant to be her when she's young? Because look at this kind of like innocent. She looks young. Is this her kind of looking back at herself when she first started, trying to find that reason why she first loved something? After all the hate, after all the fame, after all the success, it changes it for you. It changes the game. So trying to get back to that feeling, that first touch that got you into it is very important. I assume that's what this represents. I love this shot, just the lighting. Look how they've kind of outlined the bridge of her nose perfectly, precisely. It's very well lit. I love that. Perfect. Oh, okay, so the cage is opening up of those light sticks. Very cool. Love that. And a lot of you guys said these light sticks had something to do with K-pop. I think some of the comments had said. And so maybe this is a reference to kind of the K-pop culture encasing her in a cage. And she's breaking free from it. She's breaking free from the expectations of the fans, maybe rising up to just be an artist again and be herself. God, I love this shot. I'm glad they came back to it with a wider shot, a more full shot. It's beautiful. What an expression, too. Again, it's just interesting to have such serious, forlorn expressions in this video when the lyrics are very happy. The sound, excuse me, the tone color is very happy. God, what an image. And look now, okay, this is cool, too. Maybe for her, it's like a return to form. I think that's what this represents because, look, now she has the 9 tails as opposed to just the 1. And again, this could be an ability in game for her. You guys tell me. God, that's a cool image, yeah. And then onto stage. It's an empty stage. Practice, perhaps. Oh, what a strong image. Look at this kind of dirty glass shattered right on her eye. Very upsetting imagery, like I said, for such a happy sound. But what's going to happen in the end here? Ah, okay, so the glass is healed. And yeah, I mean, I think I'm right because this has to be her, like a long time ago, right? Different hair color. I assume this is like one of her first skins or something. It appears to be her like back in school. Looks like a school uniform almost. So look at that. Kind of seeing her old self. Now I want to reference the beginning of this. If we go back, check this out. So we got a few. I want to pause play through these. So this is them. Oh, okay, very cool. So we have the stuff that they posted to social media of the girls just kind of being humans. Like I said, like Evelyn out of focus, unacceptable. Wear the crown, pop stars, a hit. What's next? So this is kind of like their accolades. Yeah, I love that. See, this is the classic like Instagram shot that I said. It's just so cool that they're taking. If you guys missed my More video, I was essentially saying that it's so interesting that they're taking these characters who are from a video game and trying to present them as if they're real people in the real world. It's not just like fun music video of in-game characters. It's like, no, this is them hanging out, whatever, on the weekend, and they took a picture to share to social media. You know what I mean? That's a next level of realism. Successful editing too. That, let's see, it's only 3 frames. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 frames. This showed up, and I would say it is successful imagery because I was able to see that at the end and remember that I've seen it before. So it says this represents. It appears to be all in Korean as well. You guys confirm for me, and this would be the same woman who sang for Ahri and More, right? So are they like consistently locked in to these references now? Like I noticed that Madison Beer is always Evelyn. So let me know in the comments. We have this like perfect, this light over here right on the rightmost third of the screen, of course cashing in on the rule of thirds and the rules of aesthetics, but then also just very, very nice because this is lit so much, kind of focusing on the mirror. And I think that is the whole point of this video is reflection, looking back at yourself, looking back at the past, literally reflecting in a mirror and also reflecting on your life. And that's cool. And she has that one picture, it looks like. Yeah. But like I said, she's only got 1 tail here, so I think it's kind of her rediscovering her power, rediscovering her passion for the art. So I would usually be against showing words on the screen, kind of like telling me what I should be getting from the video. It's not so bad though. It's not like this is a video about this and that. So we'll excuse the heart and mind, but I think they could have done without it, honestly. I think would have been a little stronger. I'm curious if it's the same director as villain. I highly doubt it unless they really just went for a completely different aesthetic on purpose, because it doesn't so much evoke the same style, except for a couple shots. I would say this is a shot that could be the same director, maybe. It doesn't feel the same though, if that makes sense. Like I said, if it is the same director, it would be a very deliberate departure from that other imagery completely. It would be like a director trying to make a movie where it doesn't feel like a movie by them, if that makes sense. God, that's depressing. Look at this image. It's so depressing. It's cool, man. I'm curious where they go next from this, because I like how they're doing the individual character songs. I wonder if they'll do more of this or do like another big piece with other collaborations and stuff like Seraphine. So from what I understand, I believe Ahri is the founder of KDA. I think you guys told me in the comments. She's the founder of KDA along with Evelyn. So this is kind of cool too, because it would be very much viewed as like her project. She would have a lot of ownership over that. So I think that makes the imagery even stronger. And like the ownership of what the perception of this band. So I heard there is a bit of a controversy here because Kaisa, you'll notice I didn't react to the Kaisa music video, concept video, because it was a dancing video. I thought about it. I was like, I'm not a dancer. It's not my area of expertise. So while I could have just, you guys could have had my reaction, I was like, I want to be able to provide a little bit more value. So I didn't do it. But I saw a ton of the comments on that were just angry, upset, enraged about this because, they wanted like a concept video to see Kaisa animated and everything. So a lot of people are like, oh, did you put all your budget into Villain and stuff because everybody likes Evelyn and stuff? I don't know. What do you guys think? Put in the comments. What do you guys think about this move, this controversy? I love that too. Again, water, reflection, water's surface, right? It is consistent throughout the entire video. I like it. Consistent message. And like I said, I'm usually not so with putting text on the screen to tell us, but it's already a song with lyrics. So, you know, this is the reason I like a lot of instrumental music. It's pretty much what I listen to exclusively, especially when I'm drawing or working on artwork and stuff. It's just, I like to kind of feel what I'm feeling in the moment listening to music, as opposed to be told what to feel, if that makes sense. Pop stars who's remembering the whole cycle of their artistic body of work. Yeah, that's such a strong image. I love it. But yeah, I think that's going to be about it. Thank you so much for watching. Again, make sure to subscribe if you want to see more of this. My favorite is still Villain, just because it's so ballsy in its execution. It's so artistic, and it's such as like auteur view of this imagery and everything, as opposed to this is a little bit more safe, a little bit more, you know, classic message of the song. Villain also has this kind of like gritty, dark lyrics and everything. I like this though. I like this. There's a little bit of a clash, I feel, with the tone of the music versus the super depressing like this. Oh my god, like imagery. But it's still very good. I still give it very high marks. I'm continually impressed by everything they put out at Riot. I'm actually curious if it's the same director. If you haven't watched this, anybody who worked on this video, please let me know. I would love to hear about it. It's very fascinating. But thank you so much, guys. Make sure to subscribe. Come over to Twitch and follow. Also check out my main channel. We have 150,000 subscribers. I teach martial arts and other stuff over there. But thank you so much. Let me know in the comments again. Which is your favorite music video? It's getting to be a bit of a tough choice at this point, isn't it? But for me, it's still Villain and More. There's just the most like perfectly executed. Thanks so much again for the enthusiasm. I love what we're doing. We also have a lot of other stuff on the way. I'll be uploading the rest of my Final Fantasy VII Remake playthrough. There's only a couple more episodes of that. I think there's only 2 or 3 left to upload. And then also we beat Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory over on Twitch, so I'll upload the ending reaction to that. I will also be uploading my Hyrule Warriors reaction to the ending of that game, which is amazing. So thank you so much, guys. And you guys keep telling me not to play League of Legends, even though I like this stuff. So I will take your advice. All right. See you around.